nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Supervisor Turner.
Here.
Clerk Strad here, Treasurer Bochamp is excused.
Yes.
Trustee Howard,
Here.
Trustee Pankowski.
Here.
Approval of the agenda, we need to add one thing, and it brought to my attention that was given to her by the zoning administrator. Under unfinished business, we need to add number 3, quotes for Grams Road Light. It's in your packet, but this needs to be added to the agenda. So under unfinished business, add number 3, quotes for Grams Road Light.
What was the quote for, sir?
Grams Road Light.
And it was in front of the packet all together.
It should be in the packet too.
Yeah. I'll make a motion to accept the agenda as amended.
I'll second that. Moved by Strauss, seconded by Turner. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. First citizens' time. Anybody? No? Approval of September 8th, 2025 minutes. I looked them over, I didn't see anything. Anybody else have anything? If not, I'll make a motion to approve as presented.
I'll second that.
Moved by Turner, seconded by Howard. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of September 18th, 2025 special meeting minutes. This was for the Harnica PA 116 termination. I'll make a motion to approve as presented.
Second.
Moved by Turner, seconded by Pankowski. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Building department, supervisor report, I'm sorry, jumping ahead. Melissa and I attended the Milan Fire Department and LMR Fire Board meeting. I didn't make the LMR, but she did attend it. Still working with BlackRock on the quote for the Zoom information. They're still behind, due to everybody getting the new Windows 11. And I did meet with the assessor regarding the millage for the roads. She gave me some examples. So she said if your assessed value was $40,000, the additional would be $40 annual for the 1 mil. 88,000 would be $88 annual. 105,000 would be 105 annual, and 238,000 would be 238 annual. So basically, whatever your assessed value is, it's going to be like if it's $100,000, maybe $100 extra. And it's very important that you get out and vote. We have several things on the ballot, and we are in need for this road millage to pass. So far, I met with the road commission. I didn't approve any aggregate lifts until we find out what happens with this millage. I did agree to the 2 times brining again, and we'll discuss that when we get the contracts for that. They're planning on chip sealing Plank Road from Darling Road to Ostrander. It's going to be done in sections. Snell Road from Plank to Tuttle Hill will be chip sealed, and the dragway is paying for that, so it will be no cost to the township. I explained that we're not sure about our millage in November, so I could not commit to any aggregate lifts, but did want the brining done twice again this year. And I explained again about the millage and would let them know.
Don't you bring those, things, quotes for lifts and everything to the board?
Yeah, once we get them,
Yeah.
yeah. I haven't gotten anything yet,
Okay.
because they don't know the cost, but I did ask for quotes for brining and, chloride, just to see the difference on the two. But I haven't gotten it, she'll get it to us.
It's still early though.
Yeah. Reminder that the spring cleanup is this Saturday from 9 to 3.
Fall.
Huh?
It's fall.
Fall, I'm sorry. I got spring, it should be fall. I did procure the Monroe County Jail Work Program, so I think there's gonna be 3 of them here. So hopefully we'll have a good turnout. There are no tires this time, so that will be again in the spring for the tires, so no tires. And we still have a small pile of stone in the parking lot. I'm looking for somebody that can spread that for us in that cart over there. And I also, I'm dealing with the new owners for Wholesome, it's been sold again, to see if we can still get that free stone. So I'm in negotiations with that, so I don't know for sure anything on that yet. And update on the park grant, we should know for sure by December or January. The meeting went well, so hopefully we will get that grant. We're still waiting to see. And that's all I have.
Make a motion to accept the supervisor's report.
I'll second that.
Moved by Pinkowski, seconded by Howard, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
I
Treasurer's
will put that, just so you know, I will put that information on Facebook and website about how much the
millages?
millage would be.
Yeah.
Can you guys maybe specify it a little bit better, cause still people, like, when they see an assessed value, don't understand
It's
the
not the
actual
actual value.
It's 50% of the actual value roughly, so,
Well, this kind of explains it though, because like somebody
not
that's,
really, cause
People-
so like when
people
you're
think, wow.
saying,
It says taxable value, it's not, I'm sorry, it's a taxable value.
yeah, the taxable value is 50%,
Okay.
so.
Because if they go on Zillow and
So
say
if
it's
they do their
500,000,
math, now if they go do their math, you're thinking that it might be $100, but they might be thinking their house is worth, times 2 of that, when really it's 50% of that. You see what I'm getting at?
So if your house is worth $100,000,
your only taxable
your
value
tax
is
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 50.
50.
Most people don't understand that though.
But isn't on your tax bill, doesn't it say that amount, that the SEV, that's state equalized value?
Yeah.
Yes.
So now, and a lot of people who don't get their taxes off because they roll into the mortgages
So-
too, there's a lot of people that do
So,
that.
what I would do is you can have it that way, but below it, and put an example, taxable value times 2, so your actual value is, you see what I mean, to like, let them understand, like, if the
So
taxable
if
value is 100,000, but that means your actual value of your home is 200, and you'll only be paying $100 for that 1 mil, or whatever, you see what I mean, does that make sense?
I'll have the.
I'm just trying to make it more
yeah,
simple.
if,
I have the
Because
assessment.
otherwise it might backfire you give information like that if they're thinking on thinking that that's their actual value, because that means they're gonna be doubling whatever math you're giving
So
out.
you're saying that on the current taxable value on your tax statement is only half of what
Yes,
your?
that's correct.
Okay.
I mean, you might wanna talk to the assessor to get the exact, but 50% is about on average of what it is, so pretty close in a ballpark area.
Okay. I'll have her draw up something more,
yeah.
more concrete then before we put it
Yeah,
on the
just something
site.
a little more understandable, that there's no confusion when people are reading it, I guess.
Yeah, so if they look at the bill and it says it's only worth 40,000, they're gonna get taxed on 80.
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'll have her write up something more concrete for our newsletter and stuff. Treasurer's report, she's not here, so we have none. Clerk's report.
Okay, I have sent out all the absentee ballots, there's almost 500 of them between Milan and Dundee school districts. My public accuracy test set for Thursday, October 23rd at 3 p.m. I am looking for a new deputy, I have a temporary deputy that's gonna help me to get through the end of election, but I am looking for somebody that's able to work at least, hopefully, Mondays and Thursdays with me, even opposite days, but somebody that can be there and know Word program and be able to kind of do more of the secretarial stuff and be able to help me out. That's all I got.
Make a motion to accept the clerk's report.
I'll second that.
Moved by Pinkowski, second by Howard, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Building department report, they had a total of 4 permits. Total fees were $825. Looks like they had 1 mechanical at $145.
You're missing one, you're missing on the, total construction value, you're missing a 0 at the end of it. I'm not sure if it's a 0, what number that last one is.
I believe it would be since.
I mean, I could add the 4 of, but.
What is it? Which one?
You see after the comma,
Construction
there's only 2 numbers after the comma instead of 3.
It looks like a 6 would be at the end.
Yep,
It would be a 6?
yeah.
Okay. I didn't have those.
Wait, no, maybe
Oh.
not,
8.
not 8,
It's an 8?
yep.
Okay. No, yep, 6, 7, 8, yep.
Okay. So the total, construction value was $164,778.
Yeah.
I'm making a motion.
Where's this at?
Right here,
So there's no there's no.
Oh, yeah.
Numbers at the
Okay,
top.
yep.
and on top also.
I'll make a motion to approve the building department report.
I'll second that.
Moved by Turner, seconded by Howard, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Assessors report, entering sales via recorded documents and PTAs, responding daily to residents' requests, approval and denial of exemptions, actively evaluating the status of building permits, processing land split and combinations, keeping forms updated and reflective of legislative changes, conducting inspections and reconciliation of site visits, and sales studies.
Make a motion to accept the assessor's report.
I'll second that, moved by Turner, moved by Pinkowski, seconded by Turner, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. ZA report. Continue to work with new contractors to develop and revise quotes for multiple blight cleanup projects and work to finalize new quotes for board approval on Graham's Road site. Continued work on ordinance amendment approvals. Updated the approval checklist based on last month's request from the board. Also had attorney review the companion hall route amendment to the updated pond ordinance. Shared her comments to the PC chairs and will place them on the PC agenda. Continued work on dragway project, prepared for a public hearing on a berm removal project in November. Continued working to secure demolition orders for numerous derelict and dilapidated buildings. Submitted 2 more properties to attorney last week and directed the new contractors to quote those as well throughout the month. Investigated road use complaints on Sherman Road. Found and issued stop work order to unpermitted fill operation on Wanty and Sherman. Issued a zoning permit for some permissible work there on the 30th, and I'm working with the owner on a special use permit application for additional larger projects. Began working with the owners and PC chairs on possible new parcel acquisition and expansion to the former Wholesome Ag Industry site. Issued stop work and permit for re-roof on Ostrander Road and issued zoning permits for multiple ag buildings. Court cases, large extraction Plankton Opie, complaints against the township closed, but ZA and PC co-chair subpoenaed to testify in the remaining case, now rescheduled for late October. Like case Wanting Road, the court ordered the owner to correct by August 31st, which I learned I was able to send in contractors. The site requires vehicle, junk, heavy vegetation remover, and securing or demo of the structures. And I'm working with multiple contractors on developing those scopes of work and quotes now. Like case Darling Road, the owner resumed corrections, but advised the attorney to secure the cleanup order anyway. The court ordered the owner to correct by October 20th, after which the township can enter. I intend to have contractors quote the cleanup at that time, but will hold off on executing as long as the owner is making significant progress. Unpermitted barn Tuttle Hill, court granted owner until February 20th of 26 to remove the structure, after which a warrant for the township to remove would be granted. A review hearing is scheduled for February 4th. However, the owner advises the barn was stolen, it should be removed by mid-November of 25. Unpermitted barn Borso, owner countersued but failed to follow up by August 25th, so the township attorney and insurance attorney filed for summary disposition on the barn ordinance and code violations, with those hearings scheduled for November 19th. Unpermitted barn Plank Road, the township's motion for summary disposition on the barn ordinance and code violations, as well as most of the owner's counterclaims, were granted in the township's favor. Remaining claims will be heard on October 29th, 2025, after which township attorney will file motions for abatement. Call with questions, that's Mike.
I had a question about the Wanting Road, the court ordered the owner to correct it by August 31st. Why are we still messing with this? It should be already moving along.
I don't know, I guess it's something we can call and ask Mike.
Yeah.
Looks like he's, working with contractors to get quotes.
Was that on that Wanty Road and?
Just as like
That's
his
the one
line
that
road.
actually he had told me about that,
Which one?
on Wanty Road. he said that he actually got 2 quotes in this afternoon, like right before he left today. So he does have, he literally just got the quotes today for it.
And that's on me.
Yep.
Insurance.
That's the one that the thieves were stealing all the copper, you know.
Okay, if you have any questions, get ahold of Mike.
Yep.
Make a motion to approve the GA report.
I'll second that.
Moved by Turner, seconded by Howard, all in favor?
Alright,
Opposed? Motion carries. Planning Commission report, I don't think you guys had a meeting, did you? Do you know why it was canceled?
I have no idea.
Because I know you guys are still working on several things, I didn't understand why it was canceled.
I believe it may have been, I'm not positive, but possibly because of Doug and Dan farming right now, I think their crops. So.
Yeah, legally possibly too.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
I think somebody with a quorum issue.
Yeah.
Reading of monthly disbursements.
Okay. With the disbursements this month, we have got $51,653.26 for the regular bills. Payroll was $21,841.33, bringing the total disbursements of the general fund to $73,494.59. Fire was $8,423, and sewer was $69,589.64. However, $69,500 of that was for the culvert on Darling Road, which is finished, bringing all total disbursements to $151,507.23.
why is the
Um,
culvert under,
Yeah, it should go
Oh.
under general fund.
General, because, yes,
so we gotta change
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, a line item for that.
yep, so sewer is gonna be $89.64
Yeah, and that needs to be added to the
to
total.
general is,
69,500?
Now it's one more next, you gotta add the
You gotta add it to the 73.
is $142,923.
I came up with 142,994.59.
That's what I came up with.
494.
59, that's what I can,
142,994.59.
So it's 142.
$994.59. Bring all our disbursements still up to
See,
151.
that's not what I'm coming up with.
I mean, I could've messed up.
The 73,000, so 73,494.59 plus 69,589.64. Right?
Yeah, what about the 59 cents?
I did that. 73,494.59
Yeah, plus.
plus 69,584.64.
No, because the
69,500.
8964 is actual sewer bills.
So
Yeah, so that-
69.5, okay.
Correct.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
89.64 stays.
Stays with that sewer,
Gotcha.
yeah. Yeah, so sewer is only
My bad.
8964.
Okay. 89.64 for sewer.
But the total monthly,
Disbursements,
disbursements is the same.
correct, 151, 507,
And it does,
23.
it balances out at the end. Should be right.
Yeah, and that 69.5 should come out of, we have a drains, line item
Okay,
for drains, and once we get the other bills, I'll submit and get that $40,000 grant to help us with that cost. Okay. motion to approve the disbursements from the general fund in the amount of $142,994.59.
Second.
Was that was for the general, right?
General, yes.
Okay.
Moved by Turner, second by Pinkowski. Roll call, please.
Supervisor Turner,
Yes.
Clerk Strad, yes. Treasurer Bochamp, excused. Trustee Howard,
Yes.
and Trustee Pankowski.
Yes.
I'll make a motion to approve disbursements from the sewer fund in the amount of $89.64.
Second.
Moved by Turner, second by Pinkowski. Roll call, please.
Supervisor Turner,
Yes.
Clerk Strad, yes. Treasurer Bochamp, excused. Trustee Howard,
Yes.
and Trustee Pankowski.
Yes.
I'll make a motion to approve disbursements from the fire fund in the amount of $8,423.
I'll second that.
Moved by Turner, seconded by Howard. Roll call.
Supervisor Turner,
Yes.
Clerk Strad, yes. Treasurer Bochamp, excused. Trustee Howard,
Yes.
Trustee Pankowski.
Yes.
So total monthly expenses is $151,507.23. Okay, unfinished business number 1, consultant extension start of fiscal year. Kim has finished everything up to end of year, so everything got sent to the auditors. I had to file for an extension because we wouldn't have our audit done in time. So I had to file with the state for an extension, to January, it was through January.
We're not penalized anything for
No,
that?
as long as I filed it by the deadline, I had to file for the extension by the deadline, so we're good. We hopefully will have the auditor seems to think they can have it done by the first part of December. So now we need to start on the current year, so she would have to do April, May, and I think Anita, you took over in June.
Correct.
So it would be only like probably just 2 months.
Where's that estimate at?
We're just talking
We're
about
just talking about it.
Oh, I thought you have do you have one in front of you?
That's for a different thing.
Oh.
That's toward the back of your packet probably.
Okay.
I think it's in the very back. So I talked to Kim, she come in and showed me some things on how to do the year end, but, you know, to close it out so that we wouldn't get locked up. So I learned how to do that. I learned how to enter the new budget numbers, so we're good from here on out, but we just need to get that last few months cleaned up. So I don't know, she said depending on, hopefully no problems, like she found in the other one, so we're hoping. So I would say maybe 30 hours at most, up to, I would say, and then hopefully we'll be done. Hopefully we'll be done. I know there's some issues with,
The next meeting, can we bring to know how much we actually truly spent?
on her,
Or I can sort
I
of,
mean, I can give you the bills that she's, okay.
I just been busy, if you don't mind,
I can tell you it's probably
15 grand?
at least,
I know it was up there, and
Yeah.
that's, I have it written down in where we were at. but-
I mean, yeah, they are on, if you look at the disbursements, they are on his consultant, under
Yeah,
Disbursements,
I had it,
contract.
I was just wondering,
Yeah, I can see
roughly
it.
off the top of our head.
Yeah, it kind of shows exactly what he was
Yeah.
working on too.
I seen it.
so, what's the board's pleasure? I think up to 30, and hopefully we should
That was
be
what, 120 an hour, right?
150, I think,
Yeah.
165.
165.
165 an hour? I'm in the wrong business.
Me too. But you know, if we elected her.
So I wanna get a price.
Wasn't free, but.
Yeah,
Another $5,000, $20,000.
Unfortunately,
That's-
it was put in the,
and it was bad,
I mean, that is just insane.
it was bad. There was stuff that,
I can't believe how much it costs if you mess up this for a couple of months.
well, you figured, November, December, January, February, March, April, 6 months. Actually,
in May.
in May, 7
It's about
months.
3,000 a month to fix it.
Yeah, and
You
it was,
can't
and that
make
doesn't,
yourself up.
and that doesn't include all the overpayments that we did and
yeah,
late fees and.
yeah, it was bad.
We got 3 more months that we need to do, you said?
April, May, June, July, August. I think we're on track now though, since
Yeah.
Anita took over.
So when did you take over?
June,
Okay, so we got, where are we at now, you said?
April, May, and up to June, yeah.
So 3 more months.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think Kim said there was something about a bank was entered wrong, so the deposits are going to the wrong
wrong.
bank account, which we didn't know.
So she wants to
added
actually
wrong.
get what,
Go to the wrong bank account.
She put it in.
Like, does anybody have, like,
Oh, we can show you that, we just gotta get fixed, we gotta get it
like
right.
that other bank account though, is anybody else that's on that bank account?
Wasn't just this,
Wasn't just a,
Well, she had, and I'm gonna be honest, she had us locked out of everything. I couldn't access anything. So,
I'm just saying, on that other account, that mysterious money just happened to be going to, was anybody else on that account?
probably the treasurer, I would say,
supposed to be, so.
supposed to be.
Was it like when that person started, or was it one that was already in place?
I think it might have been, I don't know, I don't wanna
honestly
say,
don't know.
cause I don't know.
can you get back with us on that,
Yeah.
please?
Yeah, but I know there's monies that I don't know if it's a BSNA issue or,
I'm gonna
If it was-
ask him also maybe to come in next meeting to.
yeah, and explain
Let's,
what
let's
it
put
is.
that on the agenda, so we can
Yeah.
get a recap of like where she's at, what she's going on, so can we add that to the, like,
Yeah.
out to the next month's agenda, please?
Yeah, and I'll talk to her about that too, but yeah, she wants to come in and actually now train Penny, Melissa, and I, so we're all in the same group together, making sure we're all knowing, having each other's back and stuff. Cause right now, she's just been fixing.
Yeah, she's just fixing now, but we need training, we need. And, there again, we're talking about the cloud, which will come with some training,
Yes.
that's later on in the agenda, but, it's a lot more user friendly.
And also with that random account that mysteriously popped up, can we get bank statements on that too?
Yeah, go up to the,
I can get your bank statements for all accounts.
I would
Mostly
add-
just the,
yeah, this one right here, I wanna see.
I'll have to earmark it, I don't know which one it is, but I'll ask him which one it is. And Melissa would probably know more too, cause I know Melissa was dealing with her on it too.
Yeah, I want that, I want to come in,
We'll get,
Yeah.
with Kim.
especially that.
Hopefully when if she comes in next month, she can explain it better too. And tell you.
is she gonna bring in an estimate, the estimated
Yeah.
cost?
So do you wanna hold off then until?
I probably would, so we can
Yeah,
talk to her,
Yeah, I
because,
wanna hear some from her.
I mean, if we can, I mean, if we have time, if we don't, then, you know, that's what
We do, because.
Yeah, cause we don't have, I mean, I'm gonna start working on my budget in December, so I mean,
I'd have been rather talk.
It'd just be one month.
It'd be one month. We should be,
Also,
yeah.
bring in like an estimate, so that, you
Yeah.
know, so it makes it fair.
okay, so we'll table this and we'll have Kim, see if Kim can make our next meeting.
Make a motion to table this,
I'll second
insolvency
it.
extension.
Moved by Pinkowski, seconded by Howard to table, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I think it's probably in the back of your packet, there should be a quote for the supervisors in this room to get a new flooring. We're gonna, start with the flooring and the painting. So, the total for this room would be $3,123, and he's given it a discount because it's such a large room. Install the rubber base throughout would be $720. Demo the old carpet and prep the floor in the, room out front would be $690. Install vinyl plank supervisor's office, $742. Transitions, labor, materials, $100, so a total would be $5,375.
And it is ARPA funds.
Yes, and that is ARPA.
So is he doing this hallway too?
He already did that, we already paid for that.
Oh, that's right, I said, but
He's just,
Yes.
and we already
I
paid.
don't think this room's 3,800, or 1,388 square feet,
I don't know.
cause you gotta figure,
1,388 feet at $225, unless he's including, the front office. I
Yeah,
thought,
yeah,
I think
yeah.
we already paid, yeah, we already paid that.
Yeah, that was
You
what we
know,
done.
you figure
I don't know, that's what he-
1344 is 32 by,
If you count the
60.
block, I can tell
John and I counted the tiles, and I think it was, yeah, it's probably,
Those are
I
12
think
inches.
it's probably for the front.
Those are 8-inch tile. I mean, it's probably 40 foot wide by 55.
Yeah, it's probably pretty close.
Yeah, that's what
And
it
it's
said.
probably, you know, the, by little
Yeah,
vestibule
that's
area
right.
over
That's-
here and
that's
over
pretty
here.
accurate.
Yeah, yeah.
Cause it was 30 by, yeah, it's probably accurate, if I was to guess. Cause 30 by 40 is 1,200 square foot.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys have seen the hallways done, the bathrooms
Yeah, they
done.
look good.
The front's done.
And it's the same person doing it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And this is ARPA money, right?
Yes, I'll make a motion to approve the quote for $5,375 to
Second.
be dispersed from ARPA. Moved by Turner, second by Pinkowski, can we do a roll call, please?
This Pankowski, that's second.
Yes.
Supervisor Turner,
Yes.
Clerk Strad, yes. Treasurer Bochamp excused. Trustee Howard,
Yes.
Trustee Pankowski.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Number 3, quotes for Grant Road Blight. Looks like, let's see. Dear board members, I'm ready to request your approval of one of the attached quotes to finish the enforced cleanup of 9691 grams. Please find attached email quotes from contractors VersaPro, MHF, A through Z. As past efforts on the site had primarily focused on vehicle removal, I had asked the contractors to focus on trash and debris removal with vehicle removal as an additional option, if they had the capability. Although I feel that any of the contractors would do a good job, based on my research and interactions with the companies, I was most inclined at this time to recommend VersaPro at this time, and even more so when I found their quote also included vehicle removal within the same price range as the others with trash and debris only. I will make recommendations for other cleanups based on the outcome of this project. Thank you for your time and consideration. Please contact me with any questions or concerns, Mike. So, Versa is $7,500,
That's going on being special assessed under taxes, correct?
correct? I think we've already paid $9,000.
Yep.
MFH Construction is $7,855. A through Z is $7,000.
And you said he was
And-
really good with, yeah, cause Verse was, did the cars too, right?
Yes.
I make a motion for Verse for $7,500, cause it gets rid of the cars and debris.
I'll second that.
Moved by Pinkowski, seconded by Howard. Can we do a roll call, please?
I'm surprised none of the people are here. That would help.
Yeah. So we're gonna go with first.
Which one were you?
MFH.
Oh, I don't think,
Oh, you are here?
Yeah.
no, you can't remove cars?
I'm working on getting somebody, cause I also was, one of the people that gave Mike an estimate for, Wanty.
So can we postpone this
I'm-
just for a minute? Can we take back the motion or is it already?
I can redact my motion.
Yeah, he has
I
to
mean,
say-
I would like to at least hear what he has to say.
Yeah, I mean,
Especially
how
if we
long do
can't-
you think it's gonna be?
Just for grains?
Yeah, well, yeah, for.
For
no,
grains, I think that I can knock it out probably a day and a half
No,
Or
for you
is-
to know when you're gonna be able.
to get
so
on
you
it,
could be, yeah. You
couple
could-
weeks.
Couple weeks, so you could probably have it by next month.
Yeah.
Okay.
And which company are you with?
MFH.
Okay.
Now, again, I don't know, I don't have anything set in stone for cars yet, so that's the only problem. And he has, he's piled quite a few more cars back onto that property. So, I mean, it's not, no skin off my back if Versa Pro is the one that you guys go through. It is what it is, so.
Are you with one of, he's not with one of the meetings.
You're not with any of these, sir?
No, I'm with the college.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure we weren't missing anybody here.
No.
Okay.
But
And my estimate was solely for the trash and debris, simply because the last time that Mike contacted me about that property, Rockwood Auto was still handling
yeah,
all the vehicles, so I didn't have anything for vehicles on that one,
I got you.
so.
I just, no offense to you, like, these people are just completely, they're,
All good, man. It is what it is.
Does anybody know how many cars are there right now that need to be?
I have no idea.
I'd venture a guess at 15. I drive past it every night, so every morning and night, so probably 15, 16.
Somebody told me they had it on Facebook up for trying to sell it or something, I don't know if that's true or not.
He sells parts. He has random people there all the time
Not
selling
selling his
parts.
property, he had.
Yeah.
written
Oh, the
something about
property.
selling his
Yeah.
property, yeah.
Then he wanted to sell the house. But I haven't seen
How
anything.
many acres they got?
So how much, or since yours doesn't
It's all field though.
include the cars, would that be additional then?
Yeah, because again, and I don't know if Versa Pro's actually gone out and looked, but there's a lot there, and there's a lot buried in the weeds. I've walked the property twice, and there's a lot. So I figured probably 3 or 4 40-yard dumpsters. I was gonna try to get some 50s, but you know, there's a lot of shit there. Pardon my. But yeah, and I'm somewhere so far between what I can figure out. I'm between the couple people I've talked to. The biggest issue is their availability and their impound lot size. The couple different towing companies I've talked to. So, business is business. So Versa Pro's the ones that can handle that, then so be it.
We need to get this done anyways, it's been going on way too long.
Oh yeah.
And we have
So
other.
what happened with Rock Auto?
Yeah, we got,
He just, I know they had that dealing with the police that day, and he just kind of,
went off the radar.
yeah, backed out.
Should we owe him any money?
No, we paid him. We paid him for what he did.
I got a feeling this is gonna be an ongoing venture.
What would you estimate getting rid of the cars on top of that would be?
The couple that I was looking at, the one that I talked to the other day was $400 a car. So I don't know. I mean that's a large chunk on top of my estimate, which I know is not the cheapest to begin with. So again, that's why it's, you know, and that's not something that I deal with on a daily basis with towing cars. So if Versa Pro can, I mean that's, as long as they're doing it, you know, correctly.
And we have other properties that are coming up,
Yeah.
so.
Right. So
Work on getting, be able to get cars out.
I'm working on it.
Perfect. I'm gonna keep my motion.
Okay, so roll call?
Supervisor Turner,
Yes.
Clerk Strad, yes. Treasurer Bochamp is excused, trustee Howard,
Yes.
and trustee Pankowski.
Yes.
Motion carried.
New business ditch mowing bids. Our contract ended as of this year. I need to put it out for bids, so I need to get board's approval to put out for ditch mowing bids.
Make a motion to put out for ditch mowing.
I'll second that.
Moved by Pinkowski, seconded by Howard. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Election budget. I think that's you, Anita?
Yep, and I have another election coming up. We were right around 3,000 at the first one. We do have a few more things going on the ballot, but I think 3,000 would do it.
This is for
For
November.
November, yeah.
Make a motion to approve 3,000 for the election budget.
I'll second that. Roll call, please.
Supervisor Turner,
Yes.
Clerk Strad, yes. Treasurer Bochamp, excused. Trustee Howard,
Yes.
trustee Pankowski.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, BSNA cloud, as most of you know, most of the townships are going to the cloud. We're finding that with what we've got, it's hard to get support. They just don't have the people anymore that support the version we have. I went,
Just a quick question, if they're already not gonna support the version we do have, when we get this version, so when they get another one, then they're gonna support that one, and
Yeah,
until you get
yeah, I don't know, I just know that everybody's going to the cloud, so they're phasing out, the net that we have now, it's called net. So they're phasing that out and going to the cloud.
Okay, couple questions. When does our subscription end for current BSNA?
I would have to look at that, I don't know.
Okay.
And it's like a year out before we could even get the cloud, that's how far out they are. They said it would be
Alright,
approximately about a year.
So tell them, hey, we'll get the cloud, but if we, that's why I'm asking what our subscription is, because if our subscription ends January 1, okay, and then we gotta go, we're a year out, you know, tell them, hey, take care of us for that 6 months, cause we're coming with the cloud. And we, you know, 33,000 and 13,000 annually, it's a big chunk of change. So then the other one is, we cannot use ARPA money for this, can we?
Yeah,
Oh, can we?
yeah.
Okay.
That's why I went ahead and got a quote, cause it's only gonna go up. And I went to a meeting with them, a Zoom meeting, and they showed me all the stuff, and it's just like, oh my God, it's so much easier than what we have. The cloud, I think, is what the state's on now. I know Milan Township's on it. A lot of the townships have gone to it. It's just
So the
user
13
friendly.
So the 13,430, that's the annual fee, and then is this 19,800 just a one-time fee?
Right, the first payment would be 9,900, once we agree on the agreement. The second payment would be 13,390, once the subscription start date and the modules are upgraded. Then the last payment will be the 9,900, once everything's implemented in place, so the total would be $33,230. And then the annual fee for everything that we have, would be 13,430.
So that's what we pay every year beyond this, then, right? The rest of it, we wouldn't have to pay for again?
No.
Right, right, that's one-time fees to get everything set
And
up.
then is this like a contract where you can't just jump up to whatever they want?
I believe so. I mean, I can see if somebody can come. I just wanted to give this to you guys, kind of look it over. If you have questions, email them to me and I will get answers to your questions. And we'll bring it back next month, but just kind of look it over. It's amazing as far as what it includes. It makes our job a lot easier. And as far as that,
Does this include payroll or no?
yes.
That's
Kind of
everything.
looking on
Yeah,
that,
that'll be,
yeah.
that'll be everything,
Yeah.
building,
No, I think we would still have to
Treasury.
use paychecks, but it would improve on how you do it. It would make it more user-friendly. I know we did just start, we're in the process of getting what we approved for the paychecks for the, keeping track of people's hours, because as of October 1st, for every 30 hours, we have to pay them an hour. So we approved that last month. It's in the works, getting that put in, so that's gonna make Anita's job a lot easier. The people will have to clock in, clock out, so it makes it more accountable.
good.
So that, we did approve that last month.
I do like that portion, seems awful expensive.
That's part of paychecks.
BSNA and computers, man, they're expensive.
They
All
are.
the computers that we've dealt with.
And it's we used to have QuickBooks, and it kind of, the state went to BSNA, so they're kind of pushing, kind of forcing, everybody to go BSNA, if you want to be compatible. If not, then you have to go through all these steps to get your stuff to the state. And BSNA we have now is nice, but this is just so much more user-friendly, offers more reports, and it's just a
So
lot easier.
then, my other question would be, is because you're getting trained on the BSNA right now,
Mhm.
okay, through Kim, now we're like really paying, like, can we like try to expedite this and like just learn the new stuff, because.
Well, what would help is
Yeah, it's
what
kind of
Kim's
a
gonna
good
show us
point,
the
like she's-
basics.
Yeah,
She's
'cause
gonna
we're-
teach you the old way, that's not even gonna be
Worth
compatible
it,
with
and
the
then
new
we're
way.
getting into
So then
this.
we're gonna have to start the whole process of the
Train
Well,
something all over
it kind of is coexistent, so at least we'll know the basics to add on to the new. You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, a little bit.
Right.
I just,
I'm
so
just
it's
saying,
pretty
we're going
similar
with,
then?
we're
I
training
It's
for
pretty
old,
similar.
we're training for old, gonna get new, possibly.
Yeah, it is pretty similar, but it has a lot more, capabilities, and it's much more user-friendly than what we have now. But I mean, we can hold off if,
So when, you say you don't know.
but it's
when
gonna
you're-
be a year out. I mean, so we still are gonna have to use what we have, and if we don't know how to use it, so that it's a moot point. Cause he said it's gonna be,
Swallow right there, oh, I know it is, but it's just paying for something that we're only gonna use for a year, we'll
and
train.
that's not no guarantee. He said approximately a year out. It may be sooner, it may be later, it just depends on how quickly we, do an agreement and you're put on the list. You know, they do as they get them, so I know Milan Fire's going to this cloud, and it's been 8 months, and I think within 2 months they're supposed to be up and running, so it's been at least 9 months, they've been waiting, so. But just look at it, I didn't need no
I mean,
decisions
I
tonight,
don't
but,
necessarily use it, so you guys know it more than I do.
and if you have any questions, make sure you email them to me, and I'll try to get your answers. If I don't hear anything, I'll bring it back next month and we'll make a decision.
Okay.
But
Is it like a contract?
I believe it is, I believe,
I'd be curious on like how long you're like locked in at that annual rate for.
so you wanna know how long the contract's for,
Yeah, yeah.
how long the, if
I
it's
think it's
annual?
1 year, cause we do it each year. It comes up each year, I feel.
I think it's annual.
I know that this is annual, but I didn't know.
Yeah, I think it's just a 1 year thing, cause we do it every year, you know, and we have to approve it, cause we've been using ARPA money for it,
Right.
since we've been doing it.
Alright, so you wanna know how long the contract's for?
I'm pretty sure it's 1 year,
I think it is.
because otherwise we wouldn't be doing it every year. Spending the money.
Any other questions you want me to find out?
Yeah, tell them we're probably gonna, good probability that we will, can take care of our bill for the next year.
I doubt they're gonna negotiate.
I mean, I did,
They
I
pretty
did
much have a monopoly,
negotiate
why
some,
would
I
they?
did,
But if you don't ask, you don't know.
When you got a monopoly, you usually don't negotiate too much.
Hey,
and I
if you
did
don't-
negotiate because they're getting, one close to us, you know, getting signed up, and I said, well, can we do like a dual deal here, can we, you know, you're gonna be in this area anyway.
Yeah, try to get it sooner.
Yeah, so he did knock off a little bit, but
Oh,
Ask that
I
question.
guess you can.
Yeah, you
not a
never-
lot, but he did knock off some, so. Alright, make a motion to table this until I can get answers of, and like I said, if you have any question, please email them to me so I can get the answers before next month.
I'll
Second.
second.
Moved by Turner, seconded by Howard to table, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Number 4, PC secretary, I put this on there, we're still having problems with getting minutes in a timely manner. I don't know if Amy is mailing them to Mike and we're just not getting them, but I know Anita hasn't been getting them, and there's like a law that they have to be, what is it, 8 days? And we just aren't getting them. And also, the ordinances, just like that last ordinance Mike gave to us, it was a joke. I mean, it's not a final draft, and usually the ZA does the final draft, takes it back to you guys look at it, make sure there's nothing's changed from what you agreed to, and then he gives it, you approve it to come to us, and then we have a final draft we can publish. We can't publish something that's got marked out with red and all this stuff. I know in the past,
I mean,
we
that's.
hired a secretary, and all that stuff was done in a timely manner. The,
I mean,
Isn't it the,
when it leaves us, we might have a couple corrections on that final one, but we approve it.
but do you guys see a final type draft with all your changes?
Some of the time, but then some of the time when we go to do it, we'll catch something again, even on that final one is what I'm getting at. But we might have like a couple small things and we will approve it the same way we will like any other thing with the amendments.
But
You
that's
see what I
what-
mean?
yeah,
Like
But
with the
in the
couple
past,
corrections, we're doing a final approval with those couple corrections.
but then you should
But I mean, you're
still-
talking like minimal though, I mean, you're talking like just like a couple words here and there, we're not like it's not like we're changing all kinds of stuff. This is like, when it comes to us, and we assume it's the final one, and we might catch like a couple wording, or Mike might send it to the lawyer. This is what normally happens, is we will kind of somewhat finalize it, then Mike will send it to the lawyer, Bondi, and then he'll come back to us with what she recommends, and then we will approve it on her recommendations, and then it comes to us. Well, the problem is, we approved it with that, and then sometimes it just gets sent to you
Yeah.
without the actual, it being corrected. Now, that part, I think that we do our job fine, I think it's
I'm not
actually,
saying, it's
I
nothing
think it's
against you.
I think it's from when we approve it to getting to us, that just the corrections weren't corrected, that we approved it being corrected.
And it's nothing
See,
against
that's
the
what I
PC, nothing, it's just that the ZA, when he gives it to us, I don't expect a draft with all kinds of red
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff, I can't publish that.
Yeah.
And I've asked for it several times, and then finally Doug had to end up typing the ordinance like it should be.
Yeah.
Well, see, now, that's the thing is that's where, you guys, once it's all retyped up again, because somebody can put it in something there that you say, oh, it was approved this way, but now, once it's published and it's done, it's done.
And that's happened.
Yeah, that's
has happened.
that's exactly where I'm going with.
That's
Okay.
why I sent the PC, the steps that I want, how it needs to be done. I do not want anything to come to this board until you guys have seen a final draft, you have approved it, you've compared it to your notes, that everything is correct, make a motion to send it to us. I'm not gonna publish, and then Mike says, well, I wanted you to see the changes, okay,
Yeah,
I'm okay with that, send me the
Send us-
draft, but also send me
Send-
a final draft.
yeah, like what's gonna be published.
Right.
Like, here is the ordinance, this is going in the resolution book, or the
We
ordinance
gotta
book.
get, it kinda gets tossed down to us too, because we think we're gonna get the final draft, we get a semi-final draft with the corrections, and we're basically approving with the corrections, but like thinking that when you know what I mean,
Yeah,
just
no.
that the.
It
but-
shouldn't be that way, this is your contract, this
Well,
is the way it is.
It's,
That an ordinance has to be made. There was no format. In fact, the first one I got was for a total different township. And I said, Mike, this isn't even our township.
good thing we didn't approve
Well,
that.
it's similar. I said, no, that's not acceptable.
Yeah, no, I think that sometimes too, that we get so many different drafts that I think he actually might be getting confused on.
Draft one,
Which
draft two,
one?
draft three,
And that's
draft
what,
four.
when I was on the planning commission,
I think
what
that's
we
some of it
did-
too.
anytime we would date it
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
for
we
the
do.
changes. So you guys still do that?
We still do that.
So we know what the most recent
Oh, yeah, if you
draft is.
ask Doug, he will, I
Yes.
mean, I have it in mind too, but Doug's extremely
See, and Doug was
organized.
upset that he ended up, because I asked for several months.
This thing, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 different times, like, but what happens is like it don't get to
Go any
whoever,
further.
whatever, then it
Well,
gets
then-
sent back
so
to
then
us,
I
and
got-
like, and then something changes by the time, and then all of a sudden it's all over again. I'm not even joking, we've sent it to the board, I guarantee you, at least 2, maybe 3 times
We've
minimum.
only got it once.
I don't even think we got it.
We got it that one where it was all
But it
red.
was all red, the
And-
Connex said, it had the wrong
It's been a few months ago, but it was all red.
well,
and-
so how does that move going forward? So we still
I don't even
follow
know.
meet the old hollow route then?
Yeah, until we get a new one.
Yeah,
until we
that's
get
how it
approved.
works, yeah.
It has to be
It's-
published.
And we have to go off of something, so it goes off of
What
the
we
only thing we
have.
got.
Yeah.
And that's
It
why
has
we've
to
been
be
trying to
approved.
get it approved, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I've even
because
mentioned it
don't you
a bunch
guys-
of times, like, where's it at?
The
Like,
PC's got a public hearing next month for the.
we've had a public hearing like 2.
No, for, the driveway, for that berm removal.
But that's- Yeah, that's gonna have to fall under the old one. The one, yeah.
But how is that, because there's certain things that were required, so the.
That's the point of us starting to begin
Yeah,
with.
I know, but that's where,
This
you're,
started-
we're in a, it's in a pickle now, because it's like, you need it, you don't need it, you need it, you
No,
don't
we
need
do
it.
need it.
I know.
It started with the lawsuit.
That's where I'm
And
at,
that's way back, I mean, this was like, I don't know how long ago,
That's where I'm
6
going
months
with
ago,
it.
5 months ago?
so.
No, I'm not saying we don't need it,
That's
I'm the
where
one
I'm
saying,
like,
and if you remember, I kept coming
So,
here like,
okay.
I know we just approved this last week, where's it at? And you're like, okay, maybe it'll be at the next one. Next one comes, I said it like 2 or 3 times in this meeting, where's the haul route and where's the Connex
yeah,
ordinance?
And that's
Both
why
of them.
I'm
Yeah.
saying.
And I still don't
that's
think we've
like,
approved
that's
either
like
one.
3 months ago,
Have we approved either one?
so,
Yeah.
You approved it, but then it came
No,
to us
us.
with the.
We haven't got anything
Yeah, but
yet.
the thing is,
We
we
don't
approved it with a final draft, maybe a couple of corrections that was supposed to be corrected and sent to us.
Here.
And Doug never, there was never a final draft typed up for you guys to look at. All you had was.
I think
notes
that
with the
I think that there, I'll have to look back, I think that there was, you
Because
could ask Doug.
Doug typed it up, because
He
he's not
did, but
happy.
we probably had about 6 or different drafts as we kept correcting. The final one, I personally don't believe that there was very many if any, maybe just a handful. What's probably happening, he's probably getting one or the other two get mixed up, and then like, you know what I mean, because he's getting overwhelmed because we keep, you know, add drafts on overdrafts on overdraft. We like, we'll get it and we'll work on it, and then like, we give it to him to correct, to come to us, you know, like if there's just a couple wording or like a small thing, because each time we get it, we keep like perfecting it, and then by the end, it might just be a couple small corrections, and then we just say that we're approving it.
See, I wouldn't approve that because I'm not seeing the final draft.
Yeah, but the problem is we come back the next time and it'd be something else, so we're like, just fix just these couple things and then send it to the board, and then I come to the board meeting and be like, well, where's these at? You know, and like,
See, I don't
and then
want
you guys
that.
are like, we didn't receive them yet. And
I
I'm like,
want
"Okay."
you guys to have a final draft.
Final draft.
I don't care if it's a word misspelled,
Well, we might be
because you
waiting a while,
don't
just like we
know.
are for
What's
us
gonna
right
get
now.
changed?
Because it's gonna be
Exactly.
but what I'm saying is, if we're gonna have the same problem you are. So you gotta think.
But
So
this
if
is
he's
my-
not
this
correcting
is
it,
my whole
and-
point.
yeah, but what I'm getting at, I'm gonna explain this, and you're gonna understand it. If you're not getting a final draft over and over and over again, what makes you think that we're going to? Because if he's not
Exactly.
gonna do it for us
Exactly.
to really have a final say, we're probably not going to either.
And
So
this is why I put on here PC secretary, because we used to pay a secretary $50 a month,
Yep.
and they would keep all the.
yeah, no, I agree with it. I think that
It's
somebody
too
helping
much
him
for
would
Amy
be.
to try to keep track of
But isn't
The
everything
minutes,
and do the meeting too.
No, and I'm fine with that. And
So
that's what I was saying. I
That's
think
why
he
I
does
put it
need
on
some
here,
help.
we need to hire a planning commission secretary that will come to these meetings, that will keep track of these drafts,
Can-
and do a final draft.
Can we already have somebody that's already hired that just wants extra time without hitting maybe
No,
overtime?
because that's the only thing is because, you know, the PC members get paid $45, the chair, or, oh yeah, we did raise it up, and then it's like 50, they get like $5 more to do like the minutes,
Yeah.
that was it,
55.
so 50.
No, I'm not
Like
saying
the chair
that.
and the, you know,
Yeah,
the
and then
secretary.
for the extra $5, they don't wanna be correcting stuff
I did
for
it for
4 or
years,
5 hours.
it's not worth it.
So no, I don't
That's what I'm saying,
blame,
it's $5.
I don't blame any of them hardly, I guess, I mean, Mike's get paid hourly, so he kinda, you know,
I can ask our current employees if anybody's interested
that's
in
what,
it.
and just help him with it, you know what I mean, so that.
No,
No, it's
there's
his
not
job.
gonna be no helping, they're
Well, it
gonna,
would have
they're
to be,
gonna do
because he'd be
it.
the secretary, or what would the
The
secretary do?
secretary will handle it all, that will be taken
Well,
away
I
from
consider
Mike.
that helping, but yeah, that's fine.
She will be at these meetings, she will do the final draft, she will keep notes on the final drafts, what changes,
It needs to
get
be.
you a copy back, I mean, it worked out great when we
Yeah,
had,
no, I agree,
you know, it was just,
I
we
just
didn't
think
have
that
these
if-
issues.
I think if somebody wants the extra time here, I'd really give it to somebody, you know, that, look, look at this.
I'm telling you,
Oh,
without
oh,
you guys
it's back
seeing the
on.
final draft, it's so
Yeah, it's on.
easy for things to get switched around, and it's happened. And it got published and it was wrong, so,
No, I agree.
I make a motion to put out to see who wants to be PC secretary,
I will second that.
and what are we gonna pay them?
$50 a meeting,
No.
We did pay
no.
55
or
before.
55,
You can't do that.
Why?
I mean, you can, but I don't think it's fair.
Then we're gonna have to go through the whole.
I mean, you
rest of
gotta
it.
think, I mean, so, yeah, I can understand the meeting, I will
Okay.
give you that, if they came to the meeting, but what about all the time of having to correct all this, and then also do the minutes, that's not, I don't think that that's fair, I mean, that's a lot more time, I feel like, but. you
That's
know.
what, so then we're gonna have to go, and we'll have to,
I think that this
we'll
is
have
like
to
a-
redo the hourly stuff, if it's gonna be hourly, we're
I
gonna have.
agree.
But it's not on there, we'd have to add it.
Well, exactly.
To
So
one
we
of
would
the
have to put
titles,
that out.
if it's-
We would have to add a title.
Honestly,
I'm fine with that.
hourly would be better than
Yeah,
just a
'cause-
flat fee.
Yeah, because
Well,
otherwise we're not gonna get
hourly,
quality.
hourly with a cap,
I agree.
because, I mean, we don't, you know, not, who knows, we've already
Yeah.
seen what's costing us right now from previous.
But I want somebody to like not be trying to rush through it, you know, so.
Well, I'll give you that.
That's
Okay,
where
but
I'm
we'll,
at.
like
But
I
I
said,
don't,
we're
but I
gonna
also
have to
don't
go
want them
back and
taking 40
amend that
hours. to do
resolution
these.
for the position and hourly pay and do all that. There's gonna be some months that are gonna be more than the others, okay? But that first month, this is what I spent doing it, okay? Because
And I think that it should be-
I don't want it saying, oh, it took me 4 hours. Come on, really?
Well, you could
I'm just saying, I don't think it should be over
We could do
4
like
hours.
just have like a,
I mean, how long do you, Anita, how long do you think?
It takes probably as long as what the meeting is, sometimes like 25 to 35% more than what the meeting is.
It
Plus
used
the
to
meeting.
take me a couple hours.
I do agree with the thing, but I would say more like, with the meeting
Like
included, I'm
8.
thinking like 8, like a week or 10, maybe something like that.
Oh, 8 would be way.
And it's
more.
usually, per meeting, plus if there's ordinance, which we're not always doing ordinance stuff either.
I'd
Because
say-
sometimes
I'd
we
say
have
like,
the minutes.
and
It's
he-
gonna,
and
it's
I think
gonna,
that that
it's
job
going,
should,
it's going to average itself out, because
yeah,
it will average itself out.
well, it's gonna pay for itself for sure,
Correct,
for problems that we're having.
correct.
So yeah, if it costs us, I personally think like let the planning commission and
They
him work
can-
hand in hand, knows what I'm
listen.
getting at, because like, she
It'll-
is going to have to work with
He
him
or she,
directly.
that we don't know who it's gonna be yet.
True,
But,
good point.
okay, but it's,
But I'm not-
it's these
I'm not-
two working together, okay?
Yes.
You guys produce it, they can put the boxing gloves on and box.
Yeah, well,
Now,
the thing
see,
is, after
let
we
me-
leave
let
the
me-
meeting,
Let me explain something.
She don't have
When
to go to
we
the
had
meeting,
the-
she can get the recording.
When we,
The person
no,
doesn't-
she should go to the meeting.
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
oh, that's gonna be
When
hard.
we had a planning commission secretary, she worked directly with
Yeah.
the PC chair.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
She didn't work with Mike, she worked with the PC chair,
Nita did it for a while, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
remember, and it was way smoother that way,
yes.
you know, I mean, plus, I mean, he does have a decent amount of stuff, so I'm not like completely throwing him under the bus by no means,
But no, it would take that burden off of him,
yeah, exactly.
and somebody would be able to keep up with it better, you
But I
know.
still consider the two working together, because after we're done with the meeting, they should be
Taking over.
working together. I don't care how you guys wanna say it or word it, whatever, but they're gonna be the ones. Yeah, I understand she might just be with the planning
He,
commission.
she, it.
Okay, sorry, good point. You know what I mean? It.
Well,
The
and there will
the
be times
PC
she has to
secretary,
consult with them
the
or
secretary.
whatever, yeah, but it shouldn't be on a regular basis, it should be with, I'm sure when you did it was with the chair. I know, I think when Amanda did it, she worked with the chair, and she worked,
Actually, yeah, it was actually with both, because I started when Ron was here, it was working with both of them,
Yeah,
it was working with both.
exactly. That's kind of what I mean. As long
And
as
that's
we're working
fine, but-
together, I think that 8 hours is more than adequate to be able to do. I mean, really, probably not even that, but I would say a cap at 8. You know, if they don't want to do quite that.
and you probably did most of it from home, didn't you?
Yep.
But that includes the meeting too, though. So it'd be
Right,
the meeting
right.
plus. You know.
And that's once a month. Okay, so what do we wanna pay him an hour?
Well,
I
we
mean,
have-
I would,
well,
I would
we'd
see-
have to redo that whole
Well, I need to know, I can't redo the resolution
Well-
until I know.
Well, my biggest thing is, I think that we should see if anybody wants to take that extra role that's already working per hour, and then, you know, we could just add their.
We still have to do a
Yeah,
resolution to
yeah.
create the position,
you know,
What-
because
Yeah.
well, we did
Well-
have it one time, I don't
I was
think we
saying
ever
like add
rescinded
that
that
position,
resolution.
so it would be like they'd be doing 2 roles, so
We have
like
to
they
put
would
it
be
on, we have to
kinda
put it on,
like
we have to add it to the
zoning
resolution.
administrator and code enforcer kind of. You see what I mean? They would just be added role to it, you know?
No.
It's a PC secretary,
It'd be
It
PC
has to be
secretary, it'd be
planning
underneath the
commission
hourly.
and then we'll have to add it to that resolution for our hourly resolution
Yeah,
that
either
we
way we
did.
have to do that. Yeah.
So it has to be updated, so I need to know hourly rate, what do we wanna
so
pay 'em?
right now, what is our minimum,
17,
is what it is.
But then what if it's somebody that's in-house that's making more than that right now, is what I'm kinda getting at.
It's what it is, minimum 17.
Well, it's gonna be real difficult to do payroll when you're
Not
trying
really,
to, you'd have to separate it, I
Yeah,
guess.
it has to be separated anyways.
that's what I'm doing with my temporary deputy clerk right now.
Yeah, if you guys wanna do that, that's fine.
yeah, you just put it in.
But I mean, like, if they went, I guess it really matters if they went overtime,
It's
because
still-
how would you do it at that point?
Because it would also be under a different, because,
It's a different line item,
yeah, it's a
Yeah, like,
different,
so, I'm not saying.
different department.
different department, so
Right,
a different
yeah.
department pays it, so it'll be here, here.
Yeah. So
Okay.
their total hours still get added together, like for the,
No,
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, their hours would be for each department.
I know that this
You're-
probably
you're-
wouldn't happen,
you're
what
paid- you're-
my question is, I guess, to like, just to make it understand a little more. Say she worked 40, or whoever, him who worked 40 hours, and then worked an extra 10 on the other one, would they get overtime or not?
no,
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 it's two different
Two
positions.
different departments, yeah.
no.
because honestly, currently, I'm working 3 different jobs right now for the
I have
township.
4.
I was just saying,
I've
Is
got
that the
the,
sheet?
that's what she has.
Can't say that.
you know, I have, you know, the sexton, which is one line item on payroll. plus then I'll have, I also, and in the past, I had that plus, election chair,
Yeah.
and it doesn't,
She's gonna have six.
No, that's fine, we can do that then. I just thought it was gonna be complicated.
And
on
honestly,
your
she's
end.
helping me being temporary deputy clerk, so that goes on a different
She's gonna have
line.
like 6 line items, dude.
Yeah.
She might be getting some overtime.
Oh, is it
I just might forget which hat I gotta take off to put on.
Exactly.
I
Okay,
might
so
be,
I will redo-
if I considered this, I might be poking the planning commission with my cemetery probe.
Yeah, you gotta poke and stick.
Okay, so I have approval then to, hire a PC secretary at $17 an hour. I will bring the updated resolution back, no more than 8 hours per week, and will they get the cost of living raise like everybody else?
I would say
Yeah,
yes.
so, cause we did it all the way across the
Yeah, 'cause we're
board.
trying to
Okay.
simplify things later on.
Alright, so I'll redo that resolution, get it in there, and get somebody hired, and we'll let you know who I hired. And bring the resolution back. I'll make a motion to approve hiring a PC secretary.
I'll second that.
Moved by Turner, second by Howard, can we do roll call, meeting we're gonna be spending money?
Yep, Supervisor Turner,
Yes.
Bergstrom, yes. Treasurer Bochamp excused, trustee Howard,
Yes.
and trustee Jankowski.
Yes.
Second citizens time, anybody? Go ahead.
I have a question.
Okay.
So does it have to be someone who lives in the township?
No.
That was my question.
Oh.
Just cause I'm thinking,
This way.
no, thank you.
It's not.
I'm Dale Zanicki, I know you all know me now, because I've been here for the last elections after election after election, I always show up. And you all know that we have another election coming up. And I was surprised when you said, when it came up, that you dedicated $3,000 for the election, because I questioned the county commissioners to the point where we have this special election for county commissioner, and I said, the townships, if the court, we all know about the court battle and everything, if the court battle doesn't, turn out, or if it turns out in favor of Mr. Brandt and he is reseated, all these elections are for nil, and who's paying for it? And they said, well, the county commission is paying for it, and I thought, no, I think the townships are,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But guess what?
You're
If
on-
if that's the correct thing, I will make a motion to go get our money back from the county, because for an election.
think
I'm in the same boat.
Yeah, from the county,
I think
exactly.
from the person that,
Who-
well,
Yeah.
without,
I mean, I'm in the same boat, I
I will
spent
come
a lot
back
of
to try
time
to
and
get that
energy
money
into
back.
this election, thinking that it was a done deal, and then all of a sudden it's
you know,
all.
when it comes to like the college village is gonna be there, and the schools, that does get divided up.
Understood.
There's certain
Yeah, I
part
understood
and
that,
stuff,
but
but
this
the
is a
county,
special election. Well, anyway,
Yes.
my qualifications are, I lived in Navy my whole life, and, been part of this district, and, there's a lot going on, even your neighbors in Dundee and Milan Township with the well and everything, and I'm right on top of all that with a lot of people, and with our senator, and we've actually looked into different things going on, and there's a lot going on, and we need stable, reliable representation. We can't count on people not showing up to meetings. I know, for instance, I've been here several times, I've been to all the townships several times, Milan especially because of their issue with the well going in over there. And I feel it's part of the county commissioner's duty is to be represented at his township meetings. And I get to run into another candidate at any of these meetings. And if I am fortunate to be elected, I will be here a lot, because I want, the only way I can figure out legislation or things that are going on at the county level is to know what's going on at the local level. And I'm afraid there's a lot happening at the county level that doesn't get past Telegraph Road. There's a lot of benefits that the county's passing out that never get this way. And I wanna be that person to fight for your township, to get what you deserve, what you pay taxes for, which is not getting past Telegraph Road.
So I got a couple questions
Yeah.
for you. What's your view on data centers?
Right now, here's the deal.
Just what's your view? Are you pro or con?
It depends, and I'm gonna tell you this truthfully, because I've looked at this. I'm gonna use the one in Dundee, for example, okay?
Okay.
I'll use that as an example, because that property has been industrial for a long time.
Okay,
a data center coming in, it needs to be studied a lot as to all the effects of it. But we gotta look at it as an asset also. That land could possibly be a steel mill too, or a hazardous containment center, or any of that kind of stuff. Everything has to be looked at as what's good for the community. At this point, it looks like once it's built, there won't be truck traffic in there like a steel mill or anything. It would be, automobiles, a couple hundred, people working it. Adversely, they haven't said where the power's gonna come from for this thing yet, and I've questioned and questioned and questioned.
Or the water.
Yeah, well, they claim that the only water will be for usage for like restrooms and
Monroe
showers.
County, if you're running for a county commissioner, Monroe County already said that they don't, Dundee does not have the infrastructure to do that.
Right, but you're talking about water to cool the thing, the developers are saying that they're gonna use Freon to cool it, but that opens up another set of issues because of, you know how loud your air conditioner is outside your house when it's running? Well, you're talking about a 1,000,000 square foot building, what's that? There's a lot of issues, and what's happened is, like Dundee
So you
Township.
really didn't answer my
Okay,
question.
what's that?
Are you a pro or a con?
I'm trying to answer, I don't know all the facts. At this point, I would say no.
Okay.
Because truthfully, the developers have been not forward in their answers. Detroit Edison has not been
So
forward.
so you're trying to explain
Yeah.
your answer
Mhm.
in a roundabout way.
Okay,
So, my question would be,
Yeah.
what's the pro to it?
what's the pros to it? It's a good tax base for years, I mean, I'm looking at it this way, and I asked somebody that was alive before me when Dundee Smith came in. The developer of this, it's called Cloverleaf, of this data center, is coming in promising a bunch of stuff. Yeah, they all do,
I hear
they always
that
do.
all the time.
They always do. Dundee Cement, when they came into the area, they promised to build some school buildings in Dundee and a athletic center. Well, people did not want that cement plant. They did not want it. Dundee Cement, ultimately, they have a lot of money, they have attorneys there, they built it. And then the school buildings and the athletic center wasn't built, so the people missed out on it. We have to look at a point where these data centers are backed by multi-billion-dollar corporations, and here we are, people like you.
Okay, so my major question is,
Yeah.
why are hundreds and hundreds are these data centers going on?
Well, that's another
That's what I'm saying.
So,
I wanna know, are you pro or are you con of a data center, is my question.
Oh.
Because you've done your research, okay?
Yeah,
So, pro,
against this one, I'm against right now,
okay?
because
So, there, now,
they've not been forward in all what they're saying.
and you think most people that have big money, okay, are gonna be that way? Absolutely not.
so one thing
Okay.
I will say is nobody can really promise if you're gonna get very much tax money off.
Yeah, I know, well, that's the thing, you
You
gotta,
guys can say whatever you wish, but the problem is if Lansing wants it, and if Lansing has their foot in the door, that they could give them, basically,
Did you,
let them do
Well,
it,
here-
and
here-
barely
did
pay any
you
money in
hear,
taxes.
did you
They
hear
change
what,
yearly.
okay, the depot injection person said at Milan Township
yeah, I
board
was
meeting?
there.
Okay, because the last administration, okay, was throwing stupid money around and
That's
we
right.
jumped on it.
Joe-
Okay,
Joe Biden.
so, okay, yeah, okay, it was last administration, okay? That's where I'm going with it, okay? So, it's all promise nothing. I want your opinion of it, okay? My next question is, are you pro or against solar,
Against.
okay?
And I gotta tell you, and that's probably why I am more against this solar, or this data center than most.
Why?
Because I looked up the corporation, Cloverleaf Corporation, doesn't run data centers, they just build them. So they're more, and then they provide the energy. So they're more or less selling you a car so they can sell you the gas.
That's how most of the solar companies do it
Yeah,
too.
so get this,
Oh, and don't say it's,
Cloverleaf.
go ahead.
Cloverleaf got a big injection of millions of dollars, $300 million from Sandstone. Sandstone Corporation is a green energy company that specializes in solar and wind.
Correct,
So put the two and two together,
100%.
it looks like they wanna build it with solar.
Well, of course they do.
And
I don't
okay.
think- I don't think they're gonna
One-
put 800 acres of buildings in.
And one board member on Cloverleaf came from a battery storage company, one of those big
You know,
multi-acre battery storage deals. So when you look at it in total, it's not, they're not being transparent with how they're gonna do all this stuff. If they came to the people and said, this is what the tax revenue is gonna be for this, like, right off the bat, they're gonna get a 50% abatement.
Yeah, but the thing is, I still disagree with that though, because yeah, that, if you're going off today's numbers, but that could change
Oh, yeah.
overnight.
Mhm.
I mean, that could change overnight. So whenever they tell you that, I consider that a lie, because it's not guaranteed. That's not guaranteed. That could be today, so they might be telling you the truth today. But if Lansing passes a bill, it could change tomorrow.
And this,
So that's no
Okay,
guarantee.
I don't mean to cut you guys off, but it's been way over 3 minutes.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
well, speaking,
I'll
if,
stay around and
I
talk.
would,
Yeah, if you wanna talk.
I would love for you, if you do want to, same with, cause you're with Monroe County, and you are going to show up, so we can have conversations longer than 2 minutes, be put on the agenda.
Okay.
Okay, and I would say that moving
No
forward
problem.
for any other township.
Anybody else? Go ahead, sir.
So, good evening, Supervisor Turner. My name is Kojo Forte, and I'm the president at Monroe County Community College. Are any of you in here graduates of the college or have family members?
I have
Went to
family members
college.
at City College right now.
Okay. We have a millage renewal on the ballot.
For what?
A millage renewal
For what?
for facilities, maintenance and facilities
Okay.
on the ballot.
So it's so you're saying it's a sinking fund?
Yes, yes, that's what it is. And so, it's for November 4th. We just want to give you some information on the college real quickly in my 2 minutes, maybe 3, right? We recently were ranked by WalletHub.com as
Who?
one of the, WalletHub,
Wallet?
Wallets.
Wallet, like
Yeah.
like your wallet?
Yeah, that's in your wallet. Hub.com as one of the top 9% of community colleges in the nation. Our nursing program is consistently #1 in the state. Our economic impact
So that would be for community colleges?
for community colleges,
Okay.
yes, yes. Our economic impact on this region, and that includes Monroe County, Lucas, Wayne, and the surrounding areas, is $363 million a year. We should all be proud of what this college is doing.
So why
It's
you
the
ask-
only one.
So why are you asking for money then?
I'm sorry.
So why are you asking for
No,
money?
that's the economic impact. The number of jobs we create, the number of people who go to work and earn money to go into their pockets, and the number of businesses that benefit from what we do. That's not money we receive. That's what's generated by our spending, the economic impact of our spending. and
Man,
our-
I guess if you got such a great school, I guess you should raise your tuition up.
Well, we don't wanna put it on the backs of our students. So
Well,
now
you-
tuition is free.
Well, you just,
It's free now.
you just said how great they are.
Yes.
Guess what? When I had to go to college, I had to pay for my degree.
I understand that, but it's a different world. Now the governor and Lansing has made money available for the 61 years we've been around. And we're the only one in this county. There is no other community college or any other higher educational institution in this county. You go to Wayne County, and there are several. Wayne County Community College, Wayne State, you name it, several. But here in this county, that's only one. If we don't do that work of getting our residents from where they are to where they need to be, no one else will. So, we just want your support as a college, and we hope you provide that service.
I'm gonna make a statement,
Yes, sir.
and I've said it to many of school boards, okay, that's with sinking funds. I guess you should plan for inflation in times
Yeah,
of
you
change.
should.
I mean, seriously, $100,000 because I'm broke. And, and look at, and also too, for elderly people in these communities, okay? I mean, we keep adding taxes to all this stuff, it's gonna tax people right out their house. That they've lived, 60, 80 years, and they wanna, end up living the last years of their time at home. That's the way I look at it.
And the senior center, individuals at our senior centers are supporting us. They are.
Okay.
The labor unions are supporting us. The there are others who are not supporting us, but every nonprofit that you can think of in the community is supportive of Partners Teaching because of the value we provide to these organizations. The
Like it-
YMCA, the ISD, River Raisin Battlefield.
Yeah, like I said, for both of you, if you guys, moving forward and later in life,
Yeah,
to add it to the agenda, because,
Okay.
that just, shows that, because board members.
Right, that's what
So shut
I
up.
realized.
I'm just saying, I got a lot of questions for us, because this is stuff people
Right, I
are gonna
agree,
be
but-
voting on.
but-
I just feel that, if
I agree.
if I'm gonna pitch a sales pitch, I'm gonna wanna be put on the agenda.
Anybody else? See, there's none, board comments, Mike, or Joe, Mike?
Yes, if there's stuff added to the agenda, like a person adds something to, and they're not there to make have their comments, I would like for it to automatically be tabled, because the person that's usually there, or putting it on the agenda, wants, to state why and how come.
Okay, my question is this, if you know you're not going to be there, ask for it to be taken off the
Okay,
agenda.
fair enough.
If you don't ask, we don't know that you
Okay.
want it off the agenda.
Understood, but there, things do
I'm
come
not
up.
gonna automatically do it. I don't automatically put stuff on the agenda. If you want something on the agenda, you contact the clerk or myself and it will be put on.
Yeah,
If
I
you want it
understood.
taken off, you need to contact and let us know.
There's maybe a time that I did not call because I was, had a lot of personal stuff going on, but,
Takes 3 seconds to text.
Yeah, I mean, you took the time to text me to tell me you're not gonna be there. You could have took a few more words
I
and say,
didn't even think about it, and I'm sorry.
and I do believe you owe me an apology for the comments that I got at 1 o'clock in the morning because, and it got out to the public too.
Not my problem. You tabled stuff that's been on other agendas, when Melissa hasn't been here and she said that she's calling off,
Because we didn't have the information.
Right.
yeah, okay, so when we want to talk about something, okay, of why and how come, okay, that's not having the information, okay? It's saying,
No, you are making a wrong point.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, Penny, okay, when the meeting before, okay, Melissa was not here,
Right.
okay?
Did not matter on
Okay.
what the decision was
And-
gonna be made that night.
And then,
Again, Mike, if you didn't want it on the agenda, you should have taken it off.
And then also putting words in my mouth, okay, of saying why it is, okay, or why, or what people are saying, why I was thinking certain things.
Because you put those words out there.
No, but the thing is, at the end of the day, you asked me to get you your thing.
Because you wanted it on the agenda.
Right, because you and Melissa also said that, yes, the board should have final say.
I
But
never said
yes,
that. I
you
said
did.
it has its
I-
good points and its bad points.
And that's why we would talk it over, okay?
And that's what you said.
And the thing is,
I said
okay,
that didn't matter to me
Okay.
either.
Okay, if it should be on the agenda for next month, can we put it on the agenda for next month and stop this
okay,
show right now?
sure, we can do that,
And I said, yeah, I mean, I'll put it back on there.
because what I.
But I do
honestly-
not appreciate the text
I don't-
message,
don't-
nor do I appreciate that
I
you
don't
did not-
appreciate lying, you lying to me.
I never lied to you.
Oh, you did too.
I never
Yeah,
lied.
okay, we will
This
sit
is
down.
uncalled for.
We'll
We'll
sit down.
discuss this later.
We'll
We
discuss it
will
later.
discuss it later. Anita?
Yeah, no matter what, get out and vote, do your research. November 4th, we will be here at 7 AM to 8 PM. Love to see it come out.
And the only thing I have is I want to remind everybody again that the cleanup is this Saturday from 9 to 3. Again, no tires. And get out and vote. The road millage is very important. I will get the correct information and put it on our agenda, not on our agenda, on our webpage, so people kind of know what the millage is. And happy Halloween to everybody. Hopefully the kiddies get a bunch of candy. And that's all I have. And I will make a motion to adjourn at 9:01.
Second.
Moved by Turner, seconded by Pinkowski. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?